て奪い奪われて繰り返す輪廻滑るフェントフェイン月夜に迷い込んだ重たい風を抱きしめて暗い指でなぞれば過去まで突き刺す痛みこれじゃあまりに出来の悪い哀れ All the sweet dreams 僕ら涙流したまま叫び続けるアンコ消えたい忘れられたい思い出せない怒り踊らされた心の影あるはずのないわかってるよそれならなぜ痛いの失い続けたメロディー奏でながらかけた譜面を埋める旅路の果て見つけ出すよどんな歌にでもきっと失って傷ついて初めて気づいた心の扉に鍵をかけて目をそらし続けたまま孤独に誰が生きたいだろう見えない触れられない感じ取れない奪い奪われてく心の棘あるはずの愛ないものねたりだけどなぜ痛いの失い続けた言葉拾いながら終わりまでの長い旅路の中迷いながら揺れる奇跡信じられたらその
けて待ち信じたものがセピアに変わる景色涙こすれた心を濡らし吐息は乾いた空に響くメロディー確かなものだけ見つめてたいと夢見たあの子はどこへ向かうの焦る幻想に息を止めて揺れた空気の中でがむしゃらに明日をつかみたくて空の向こう側へ壊れそうな闇を信じたもの胸に飛び出して探す光Cry on sky さよならはどこか青いなくした言葉を追いかけてく旅路見えないものなど信じれないと嘘吹くあの子はどこへ向かうの甘く流れてく季節越えてすれたページの中で忘れることなんてできなくて星の向こう側へ繰り返す涙はいつか夜の帳を溶かして触れる光光
Enden, sagt dir irgendwer mit deinem Lächeln, das ganz unverblümt strahlt. Die Welt, die dir ausmalt, stammt aus deinen Träumen und wiederholt sich, wird niemals alt. Nun nimm alle die Lügen, die dich noch gefangen nehmen und wirf sie weg, du brauchst sie nicht mehr. Eventuell ist die Realität sehr einschüchternd, eventuell auch ein bisschen näher. Ich heiße dich willkommen, dann sind wir verbunden in diesem Zusammenspiel des Vor- und Zurücks. Mach dir keine Sorgen und geh einfach vorwärts, so stehst nach dem verlorenen Wort. Hol es dir zurück, versuch es, gib nicht auf, denn dann finden wir gemeinsam unseren Weg. Suchst du auch nach der einzigen Antwort, doch scheint sie nicht zu existieren. Kann jemand sagen, was die Wahrheit ist? Irgendjemand, das Gegenstück zu meiner Traurigkeit. Es ist gar keine Fröhlichkeit. Kann ich das jemals greifen, indem ich meine Hand nur ausstreck? Alles oder nichts, das ist die Frage hier. Irgendwo auf diesem Weg wurde ich zu mir. Sogar die Nächte, so kalt und so einsam, so rücksichtslos, sie zogen vorbei. Ich hörte jemanden sagen, es gibt keinen Sinn, doch was soll denn dieser Sinn wirklich sein? Am Kämpfen, am Ringen, verbinden, entwirren, ist alles, was noch vor mir auf mich warten soll. Ich mach mir nur Sorgen um jetzt und um morgen. Ich gehe mit großen Schritten voran und halte mich selber fest, beschützt in meiner Hand. Auf der Reise zu der Liebe hin, Grenzen, die uns gar unsichtbar scheinen, trennen
ich den Traum denn überhaupt noch sehen? Wird er denn niemals von mir gehen? Plötzlich spür ich ein Stechen durch mein Herz, sag warum nur? Sag mir, suchst du auch nach der einzigen Antwort? Doch scheint sie nicht zu existieren. Kann jemand sagen, was die Wahrheit ist? Jemand, das Gegenstück zu meiner Traurigkeit. Es ist gar keine Fröhlichkeit. Kann ich das jemals retten, indem ich meine Hand nur ausstreck? Alles oder nichts, das ist die Frage hier. Irgendwo auf diesem Weg wurde ich zu
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Tengu Cup Hakugyokurou Kinen. It's been quite a while as we had our 1 week break. I am Tsukasa, your main host, and of course, as usual, we have...
I'm Maru, your co-host.
Yes, and today, ladies and gentlemen, we will be starting the main stage of the Tengu Cup. Isn't that exciting?
I'm ready! I'm
ready
excited.
as well. We have a lot to discuss. Hold on. I didn't set this up as properly. Guys, okay, it's been like a while. Excuse me. Okay, so, ladies and gentlemen, so it's been quite a while, but I hope you guys are still excited nonetheless as we get to start I'd say the most competitive part of the stage, right? We've gone through our climb to Hakugyokurou, or the qualifier stage, and we had a lot of exciting races.
That was very competitive as well.
Indeed, and thanks to that stage, we have a few people joining us from the qualifier stage, which we will show later, show in just a bit. But for now, before we anything, ladies and gentlemen, since we are in the new stage, I must tell you that if you want to join a Tengu Cup in the future, please join our Discord server. Here are the instructions and requirements, not retirements. Yeah, I kind of don't want to retire for this. Requirements in order to join the next Tengu Cup. Now, of course, we do have a few cup specific restrictions occasionally. For example, this cup is only using Unity Cup, but well, not just Unity Cup, but it's we don't allow the Grand Live released like before this cup, so I mean after this cup, so just to inform everyone. But if you want to join, please join the Discord server, or hell, I mean, you can just send your umas into the void in YouTube or Twitch. I mean, actually, just YouTube, probably in our community post, and hopefully we get some new people joining. Let's move on here, ladies and gentlemen, to the
Disclaimer, I don't have any.
The Tengu Cup format here for this stage. So very similar to the qualifier stage, but there's one big difference, isn't it, Ru?
There is indeed, and it's very exciting.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, so if you're unaware, we've been using a round robin format with these point systems, and the changes compared to last time will be that, first of all, for those who are not haven't caught up, we will be using a 3-way round robin for this Umamusume Cup, and also this time the top 3 will automatically qualify to the next stage. In this case, it will automatically qualify them into the into the playoffs, actually, which is very exciting. So the fight for top 3 is very essential this time. But it is already essential, but this time it gives such a big advantage, gives such a safety net, right?
Exactly. You want to fight for this if you want a much easier cup.
Yeah, and for the rest of the teams here, those who, I think the remaining 9, will play in 2 more rounds of round robin, and the bottom 3 of this will be eliminated, while the rest go on into the playoffs for their respective seeding, which is going to be quite fascinating. So that's gonna be very fascinating. So again, we'll reiterate the conditions of the cup. We'll be using the Yasuda Kinen for this one, and it will see the conditions of one of the champion meetings previously, I think champion meeting 14. But it has a Tokyo race course 1.6 thousand meters, or 1.6 kilometers, and it's a mile distance, left-sided, spring season, sunny day, and a firm turf here. So it's the first mile cup of the Tengu Cup. Actually, we have been having medium races back to back.
Finally, not a medium.
So let's get through the previous stage first. So this is the pre-cup rankings I had for this stage before we started the cup, before we started the cup, and this is the results, quite a difference in some of the placements, wasn't it? I mean, some of it were kind of similar. I think I kind of got the bottom. No, I got like Tunic and Orion, but everyone else. Oh, actually, I got Crazy Dave as well. But
True.
it was quite a sharp difference, wasn't it?
Absolutely. This was. I mean, it was crazy. I was not expecting how it turned out. I mean,
Especially
You got
Yui.
your
I
rankings
think Yui got the most exciting result, but unfortunately did get eliminated in the last chance qualifier
Roy-
against Roy Trigger, who really picked up the pace in that final race.
absolutely. I thought he was cooked.
But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, to finally showcase the remaining teams here in the cup, here we have our teams. It is let's go down from bottom to top here. It is Roy Trigger, Dardo, Crazy Dave, Valiona, and Horion coming out of the qualifier stage. Then we have random name Ruku Gachu, Mia,
That's me.
Torrent, Rammer, Tsukasa, and Blue from the previous Tengu Cup, who automatically qualify into the stage thanks to their performance in the playoffs of the previous cup, wasn't it?
Indeed, I remember how I got to my position.
Well, yeah, so ladies and gentlemen, here is the schedule for today up against Mia, Rugu Gachu, and Horion for round 1. Then it is Tsukasa, Dardo, and Roy Trigger for round 2. There is Rammer, Random Name, and Crazy Dave for round 3. Then is Blue, Torrent, and Valiona for the last race of the days. Any specific outliers you would wish you're interested in?
I'm
Aside from your
terrified
own
for
race,
my
of course.
match. But and for others, well, I'm very excited to see how Blue does, because I do know they're less confident this time around. So I want to know if they can keep a good performance up.
Very fascinating. Alright, so before we begin, ladies and gentlemen, of course we should introduce the teams individually, just like last time, isn't it?
Indeed, indeed, indeed.
Okay, so hold your horses, everyone, as apologies, but yeah, as I show the so here's the schedule. It will be just real quick. So for our first race today is between Mia, Rugu Gachu, and Orion. So let me just pull up.
Taking the center stage for the first match.
Here.
That's a lot of pressure.
That is a lot of pressure. I won't lie, that's quite rough.
They're gonna watch me get slaughtered on the main stage.
Okay, so as we wait here, ladies and gentlemen, please be on standby.
What are your expectations? Expectations for your race and the other races? Might I ask?
I'm not sure. I think I'm pretty confident overall. But yeah, so here to go, ladies and gentlemen. Our first team here of the Tengu Cup this day, the day 4 of the Tengu Cup, the first one coming out here, which is our Thailand representatives, Mia. Sorry about that, John. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, Mia's here, the Thailand representatives coming out of, qualifying from the previous cups playoffs here. We were finishing 4th in that cup, but with a very, I'd say strong finish despite the shaky round robin that they had in that in previous Cup. Sorry for stuttering a lot, but yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, now here coming into this stage, I think it's going to be very exciting. I think for Mia, coming up with a very different team this time. We have the Ace Taiki Shuttle, we have the frontrunner Smart Falcon, as well as the runaway Silent Suzuka. I think you guys are going to be seeing someone very, very familiar here over and over in this stage, as I think the qualifier teams have figured out their own meta compared to the previous cup. I mean, the previous stage, the qualifiers.
Absolutely, it is very interesting to see how many of them are here. But I guess we hadn't had a mile or a sprint in quite a while, so excited to see how the runaways do.
Indeed, and one thing I need to talk about is actually Mia being one of the only other member, on the other teams that are not from the Philippines and not from the United States. So I would say that's a lot to put in their shoulders, right? Being a sole representative for the country, but it's going to be very fascinating to see how they will do under the pressure, because I think this round is probably the best showcase, so like the best way to showcase just how strong this team's going to be up against, I think, pretty strong competition in this first race, don't you think?
Yeah, absolutely, and one scary competitor.
And speaking of which, ladies and gentlemen, as team of Mia will prepare for Into the Paddock soon, we will get ourselves moving into the next team of this competition here, ladies and gentlemen. Another United States team will be coming up shortly, and I think a very familiar one for our co-host.
Woo!
Just a second. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, let's introduce our next team here, the Team Rubugachu. Ladies and
Team
gentlemen,
Rubugachu!
that's Team Rubugachu here, and of course our co-host is Team. And I guess let's let you discuss them for today.
Well,
Yeah,
my team here today, I will say I'm still quite adjusting to training on Mile again, so I'm not sure it's quite my finest work, and I could have done better, but I still gave it my best shot, and I think they have a decent shot. They're not the worst out there,
Indeed, and of course we have Agnes Digital and Grey Cap coming back into the team from their previous appearances. Anything you wanna talk about, like why these guys are back?
Well, I think Digital has always been even if she's a lower rank and power level than my stars, like my opera, she has always had consistent showings and always shown she could do great even at a lower level. So I'm trusting to have her back. And Ogre, it's been a while since I've trained her, but I think she has what it takes for this cup especially, and a very solid pick for me to go for.
Absolutely, especially Agnes Digital. I mean, I think everyone who watched the March edition of this tournament series, we all remember the showing of Agnes Digital as she kind of carried that team, didn't she?
She did. That's my goat right there.
Yeah. Now our newcomer into your team, El Condorpasa. Any comments on El Condorpasa? Do you think she will lock in together with her veteran teammates here?
I think she can. She has done a lot for me in previous champions meetings, and I think if she has a good chance to show off, it's now. Well, not against who I'm currently up against, but I feel like she can do her work.
Of course, but before we get to that, we will be introducing our last team of this race. And of course, someone who went through the qualifiers, the number one team of the qualifiers here, Team Horion, will be stepping onto the stage. Just a second, guys. Hailing from Southeast Asia here, where we have the team that kind of blasted through the qualifier stage here, Horion, with this Nishino Flower, with Naruto Taishin, and the special week. And I think this team is going to be very exciting coming up into this, cup, I would say.
Oh, certainly. They are somebody to keep your eyes on. This newcomer is going insane.
Indeed, and I think something we didn't discuss much with Mia, but I guess we should discuss it with Horion here. This very fascinating strategy of the, Nishino Flower, someone that can really dominate at the front, and Naruto Taishin as the cash. I think that's a very standard kind of composition you can have for a team, but we've seen both these Umas take very strong wins in the previous stage, right? So it wasn't just the Nishino Flower. Naruto Taishin was also putting up the win, putting up a win in the cup, in the qualifier stage. So do you think they can keep it up in this higher echelon of competition?
I will say I absolutely think so. As a team, this team feels like somebody that belonged in this stage from the very start.
We'll see if that is the case here as we get ourselves into the first race here, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, it will be a match between Rugugachu, Mia, and Horion as we get ourselves closer into the start of this first race. So any expectations coming into this one?
I'm not. My expectations for myself. I'm not too sure. I will be completely honest. I'm scared. I'm real scared.
Well, I have a few things to say, but beforehand, hold on, ladies and gents. I am. Apologies, chat. We are experiencing a bit of technical difficulties. We will be back in just a bit, but while we discuss that, so I think this first race is going to be very fascinating because I think we're gonna be seeing I think the middle table competition for the the other teams. No offense, but
yeah,
I think this is a very middle table kind of competition here, especially based on the rankings, and we're really seeing if Horion can compete with these teams here, and I think it's gonna be very fascinating since this Umamusume did come before the limit, like the limit break update, right?
True.
So really, if these stats can keep up here, it's going to be very fascinating to showcase. Of course, going up against multiple of them earlier in the qualifier stage has kind of made it very easy for themselves to do so. And here in our
if they can do well or even dominate against the two they are up against, I feel like that is sign for good things to come for their team.
Indeed. Hold on, ladies and gents, there seems to be a very odd. Okay, hold on just a second. I'm not actually sure what's going on here. Umamusume, it doesn't seem to have any audio. I even restarted it, but it doesn't seem to be playing anything here.
That is strange. Please do bear with us, everybody.
Okay, so please give me a moment as we await I'll try to fix it, guys. Hello everyone, apologies, but it seems like we're having technical difficulties here with the audio of the race, but unfortunately, and I'm not sure why it's like this, because it was like working in the test, but it's not doing that right now, so, a little bit of a problem, but
I hope you will be able to bear with just the music for now.
Yeah, so we will be playing, oh, here you go. I figured it out. I'm not sure why it was like that. There you go. Okay, so we don't have to do the whole things. Oh yeah, we have 5 Pixar music. That was really weird. But yeah, ladies and gents, we'll be starting our first race of the day here. Match between 2 Southeast Asians and an American.
I love America! Rah! Save me.
And I think in this one, I will personally show Horion will actually put up quite well here, but I think Mia's not to be underestimated. Hey, you don't know, maybe Digitan can put up points here. Oh, she's the number 9 favorite. That is, well, you never know.
I'm just going to be honest. I'm going to be completely honest, chat. Don't expect me to put up the numbers I did last Tengu Cup. I'm so sorry. Oh no.
Yeah, we will start the first race here. ourselves very shortly. Yeah, number 4 favorite here, Mia's Taiki Shuttle. Yeah, Horion's Umamusume looking very lethal. And not unexpected. I think few people are viewing their team as one of the underdogs, and a double late start to Taiki Shuttle and the Agnes Digital. Not a good start as we come in here, and so far so good here. Double front runners, right? Occupying here is the Runaway Silent Suzuka, then the Smart Falcon at the front. Then coming up here is Nishino Flower as well as Taiki Shuttle as they contest here for 4th place. Ogre Cap at the back, second with El Condor Pasa. Not exactly what you want to see for an El Condor Pasa. You want them to be at the front here to prop. Naruto Taishin at the back side as well, moving slowly. Their line here for the Umamusumes are very disjointed. I did not expect this at all. At the back here as we reach now into the last word very soon. Who will make or break here? Taiki Shuttle certainly is here for Mia. Tries to move up. Who at the back? I think that's Naruto Taishin moving up here. The pack is now so close together as here comes Taiki Shuttle from the back. Mia striking with thunder here, contesting with the Nishino Flower, but it's such a close exchange. But look at the back, it's Naruto Taishin at the end here trying to contest, but Nishino Flower will take it over Mia's Ace. Such a close exchange there, such a close contest coming up from the backside of this one.
That was a close one there.
To secure this win in the end, ladies and gents. So congratulations here to Horion taking a big step in the main stage. So we now read off the results here. Number 9 is the Agnes Digital. Didn't really get the chance to last spurt. Just kind of stuck in that 8th place the whole time. Then it is the El Condor Pasa. 7th place is Special Week. Then 6th is the Ogre Recap here, which will unfortunately give Rugachu 3rd place for this one. Then for 5th place is Silent Suzuka. 4th place is Smart Falcon. 3rd place is Naruto Taishin. 2nd place is Taiki Shuttle. Then, of course, number 1 is Nishino Flower, which will give Mia and Nishino Flower 1st and 2nd.
That Nishino Flower is an absolute beast. So close to.
It's such a close race though. I will say that was very competitive. I think this is the first time we've seen this Nishino Flower be challenged so so close, really, right?
Absolutely. This was like the only other time it's been like that is with the other Horion Umas.
Indeed. So seeing the competition here, I think it's going to be very telling about what to expect, right? In this cup. It's definitely not gonna be an easy road, that's for sure.
Absolutely won't be the absolute domination the top 2 had like in the last Tengu Cup.
Of course. So ladies and gentlemen, once again, as I reiterate, it is first place to Horion. First place to Horion here. Then it is the 2nd place to Mia. And a 3rd place finish here for Rugachu. So, hoping to bounce back later on, right?
Oh, I'll come back, guys. Trust in the process. This is what they call an underdog story.
That she's not believing.
This is what... No, I'm the underdog. And you know what the underdogs do? They come back later and then they win it all by the skin of their teeth and everyone's going to cheer for me and think I'm awesome.
True. But yes, ladies and gentlemen, very intense race I think we'll have. That's very competitive overall, despite how weirdly positioned everyone was in that cup, right? We saw such a split there. You just kind of look like a line instead of like the usual where we see like face chasers grouping up together for that last spurt, it just seemed like there was such a positional
Yeah.
mishap. Is that their mishap? More like positional like curiosity, I guess I would describe it as. Coming up, it was so weird.
Oddity.
It was so oddity. It's such an odd situation, for sure.
Wonder if we'll get any more of that.
But yeah, as we get ourselves into the next race here, ladies and gentlemen. Next one will be my team actually. That's quite exciting. You know, no
Show
glaze,
what's
no glaze, but
You can glaze. You get the self-glaze a little bit. Come on.
yeah, ladies and gents. Next race here will be about Tsukasa, Dardo, and Roy Trigger. I think it's a pretty. Guys, this was not rigged. Okay, not rigged. I used a random.
He's
random
rigging
generator.
it.
Hey, look. But yeah, it is going to be a very fast. Let's say fascinating. It's Dardo and Roy Trigger from the qualifiers. Okay, they're the two teams from the last chance qualifiers. So I think the rematch is going to be very exciting. This is a match we didn't get to see, I believe, right?
I don't believe so.
But yeah, so as we come ourselves into the next match here, ladies and gentlemen, let's introduce our number 2 seed of the cup from the Philippines, Team Tsukasa.
That's the dude.
Oh my gosh, why does he keep doing that? Okay, so hold on, so apologies chat. Let's here again, Team Tsukasa from the Philippines. There it is here. That's that's my Umas right there. Woo! I'm sure they can win. Not trying to be biased, for sure, guys.
He's
for
beating
sure.
up kindergartners.
So I guess in this case, you're gonna be the one to interview me about this team, you know?
Indeed. So, let's get your thought process. How are you feeling overall on your team right now?
I mean, I'm pretty confident. I really have an ace up my sleeve. I think I think the only team here to run a double end closer. I was originally gonna make her or Ogre Cup a pace chaser, but I don't know. I feel like end closer is just the way in this cup. So yeah, coming up here with Naruto Taishin and Ogre Cup as end closer. And we have Naruto Brian as a pace chaser.
We haven't seen you have with Naruto Brian before, have we?
That's true. This is the first time Naruto Brian will be on my team. And I trained her in track, not track, yeah, I guess it's called Track Blazer, right? I trained her in Track Blazer in this one, and since I was very curious how it will be with the new update. Flash news, guys, wouldn't recommend, but I also think she has like a solid role in this competition.
Why did you train a Naruto Brian?
She's just kind of solid. I think this cup, it's all about the last spurt, which is like it's just a long straight line. So Naruto Brian, I think, is pretty solid with that condition. She has the gold skills to abuse that last spurt, you know. And for Taiki shot, Naruto Taishin or Grey Cap, I think the end runner strategy for this cup is just like very viable. Or Grey Cap's, you know, obviously very strong with a late surger strategy. You don't usually see her as an end closer, but you know, when there's a will, there's a way. And for Naruto Taishin, I mean, I just like Naruto Taishin. She did join the team in, I think, from the first cup I had. So it's gonna be her second Tengu Cup, and of course, Captain Ogre Cap here. She's been here since the beginning, and I don't think she's gonna be disappearing anytime soon. Yes, even in a sprint race, expect the unexpectable.
Next Tengu Cup, I'm bringing Opera. If it's a sprint, if it's a long, if it's dirt, I don't care. She's coming along.
Yeah,
That's
of course,
what I'm learning.
Yeah, that's my team. I think I have a lot of expectations coming into this cup, especially like revenge. Not revenge, but you know, a lot of regrets, I guess, from the previous cup getting second place. So hoping to change my fortunes in that sense, you know.
I would hope to see that too. I'm not biased, guys. I'm not biased.
Yeah. So coming up next here is going to be again our one of our teams from the last chance qualifier, Dardo, a newcomer here from the Philippines. As we as we showcase their Umamusume. So ladies and gentlemen, Dardo from the Philippines. You know, I personally am a big fan of this Dardo squad. I mean, not a little biased considering the fact that you know who I know who this team is from, but yeah, Dardo with the Kita-san Black, Ace, Chakra Chiono, and Vodka coming up here, and I think this team has been pretty vodka sided so far, right? We've seen Vodka pull up for most of their success, but Chiono has taken a win in that last chance qualifier race, right?
True. So you can't count anybody else out here.
Thing about Dardo, I think it's fascinating. So first and foremost, guys, there is something notable to mention here. There was a change here. It is Dardo switching Kita-san Black switching from pace chaser to frontrunner as we had the week break, so people were allowed to train up their Umamusume one more time. There is still substitution rules allowed here in this main stage. This is like the one thing in this main stage that while we're running this, there are people Umas are still allowed to be subbed in and out, changed and whatnot. So if you are the team owner, you know, a trainer, feel free to sub in and out your Umamusume. Of course, the rest will come tomorrow. But yeah, Kita-san Black as a front runner now instead of a pace chaser. Yeah, it's been a struggle for the captain here of this Dardo team, right?
Very, very, very rough to see. But I think hopefully with this change up, they'll be able to perform.
Yeah, indeed. I mean, Kita-san Black is pretty notable as a front runner, especially in long races where she can sustain her run. I still remember when Kita-san Black was very viable and very strong. But yeah, for the rest of these, Chiono and Vodka, very standard. I'm not say standard. I think this is the first time we've seen Chiono in the cup in any team, and I think she's had a pretty solid-ish performance so far. But that's up against teams that aren't as rated as high, and up against up against Tsukasa, of course. You know, not to toot my own horn, but like it's a big hurdle for newcomers, I assume, right? But
yeah,
a chance to show himself against, you know, against the upcoming team here, which is Roy Trigger, right? What's your expectations on that?
I'm not actually too sure. I think perhaps though Dardo has a better chance, perhaps because Roy had to go through the last chance qualifier, right?
Yeah, I mean both of them did though.
Oh yeah, both of them did. So actually, not too sure, genuinely.
Yeah, I mean this is the matchup that Dardo avoided after rolling. You know, you basically flipped the coin. So we'll see if what would have happened if that last chance qualifier match occurred. You know, here.
There's a what if match here. That is exciting.
We'll see the for Roy Trigger. Would you rather be in this? I think you would prefer this position, right? Because you have a chance here to take a second place, right? And any additional points you can take here, it's pretty crucial. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, let's introduce our team from the United States here, Roy Trigger. still very fascinated about this team because of just how strange it is. We have like a late surger Christmas augury and the page chaser vodka, and then of course there's just like shuttle, which is pretty standard. But
This is
yeah,
just such
this
an
this team
interesting
is
game.
so weird because they're all Yuji Umamusume, but they have been struggling, haven't they?
Yeah, they have. This just does not feel like they're the conditions where they need to be to thrive.
Yeah, they were not even favorites to win their last chance qualifier match. I mean, of course, they 2-0'd them pretty one-sidedly later on, but
Yeah.
it just goes to show this team, did not have a good qualifier stage. I mean, they did get through, but I think that's
Yeah,
such struggles. It will be really, really bad if they keep, if they experience the same troubles later on, right?
Yeah, I'm not sure what to think because of course they won the last chance qualifier, but it's just like this is just such a not ideal position for these Umas. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, the strengths is pretty obvious though. From the last chance qualifier, their wins are pretty obvious. If Ogre Cap can get a festive miracle, it is such a strong last spurt. And if Vodka can get a good positioning, I mean, I guess that's every pace chase, right? If you can give them the eclipse position, they can dominate. They can dominate pretty hard. Taiki Shuttle, I'm surprised, honestly. I figured she would be the one to do the most damage for this team, but she hasn't really achieved much
Yeah,
for
so just
herself.
like the results of this team have just been not what I expected at all.
Yeah, so it's going to be, I think, a lot to consider here if you are Team Moroi Trigger to see if they can compete because, I mean, now you're up against, I think, at least winnable competition, right? You're up against Dardo, and you're up against Dardo and the second seed of the club, but this is definitely, at least my opinion, I think between all the competition in this race, this is probably the most winnable here for Roy Trigger. If she cannot take a race here, at least not a race, but at least a second place, that spells disaster, I think, for the rest of this cup.
Absolutely. So hope for good things.
Of course, for Dardo, not the easiest road. I think Dardo's Umas, exactly built for the stage of the competition. I think just making it here is the achievement enough, I'll say.
Certainly.
And yeah, number 1, 2, and 4 actually all occupied by Tsukasa. Of course, number 3, I'm not too sure. I didn't really check, but here we are in the second race of the day. And again, Panox open, and immediately this Kita-san Black pushes into the front. But yeah, Dardo has a lot to prove for himself. It's his first Tengu Cup, and I think taking down Roy Trigger here would be a massive achievement. But of course, not to his own horn here. So far, it's a lot of rushes actually happening in this race. It shouldn't be too much of a problem, but maybe it could change a little something. But yeah, so Kita-san Black occupying sole first place here as a front runner. Taiki Shuttle and Narita Brian here at the front. Narita Brian actually been pushed down a bit as Shiono and Vodka look to overtake, and so far so good for his Taiki Shuttle as well as the Ogre Kappas. Here we come. The victory cheer coming out here from the Kita-san Black as she tries to hold on to her position, but look at that, Taiki Shuttle still at the front. Meanwhile, the rest of the competition here, a bit of a problem actually. Can these two end closers keep, make the distance here? But oh, look at that, Kita-san Black is still holding on to her lead. This is such a strong showing here for Dardo. Can anyone compete at the backline here? It is the Ogre Cap. Oh, the Ogre Cap here for Roy Trigger as we come in here at the very last place. Who is going to take the victory here? It is Narita Brian at the start, but Narita Taishin, oh my gosh, from the very back, Narita Taishin and Narita Brian showing up in such a big way here. taking the
That
victory
was
here for Press Tsukasa, but that was such a close race.
It was. I wasn't sure who would
私なり
take
に
it.
頑張りました
I happened to Okari 9th.
Yeah, disaster showing here for the Ogre Cup. Did not really do that well for the captain. This is a first. We've never seen this happen before. Of course, it's a different strategy or at the end closer, but I mean, have you ever seen anything like that before from the captain of Good Cap? It's the first time she's ever gotten 9th. This is rough.
That's insane.
But yeah, let's go through. 8th place goes to Vodka. 7th place goes to Ogre Cap. Despite that festive miracle, I guess it was a bit too late, right? It's the problem. Taiki
Yeah.
Shuttle getting 6th, despite, I mean, we saw Taiki Shuttle occupying that. She was contesting for that 2nd place so hard. 5th place goes to Shionoo. Kita-san Black was 4th, and Vodka getting 3rd. And it's gonna give Dardo a 2nd place finish in this cup.
Nice.
Of course, 2nd place to Naruto Brian and 1st place to Naruto Taishin. But wow, that is scary if you're, I mean, if you're me, I guess.
Yeah.
But then again, I guess this is something that I've experienced. I mean, last cup, right? Even with the Christmas Ogre, aside from Christmas Ogre, I've had really close matches, so I guess it's like part of the course, you know. But yeah, wow, what a race! What a race! That was so competitive.
Absolutely. Do you think your Okari can show back up? Because that was insane.
I think it's just the case of like an end closer. Probably just didn't have the last spurt she wanted. I will see.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll see. You know, there's still more rounds to race, and if I have to do some changes, I will. But yeah, again though, let's talk about the rest of that cup, rest of that race. What a fantastic showing from Kita-san Black, right? I think
Absolutely.
of course Vodka seemed to have gotten the last spurt in the end there, but Kita-san Black showed up so well here, really keeping that lead. I thought it was over when the Taiki Shuttle was gunning for her spot, but she just kept it going the moment she her unique proc. Then it was enough.
Absolutely.
It was enough to carry them across the board, and with the help of Vodka, even Shionoo putting up the numbers here and
This
able
is
to
such
secure a solid placing.
Much better showing for Dardo, that I would be very happy if I was him.
Indeed. So yeah, 2nd place with Dardo, and for Roy Trigger, I mean, disappointments all around. I would assume it's just not the result you would have wanted. As you know, we got ourselves into the rest of the cup. This is terrifying now. If you're, I would say this is a terrifying situation if you're Team Roy Trigger. This is a race that you needed to win. This is not win. This is a race you needed to take. This is one of those races that should have been a freebie, right?
Yeah,
People
so it is.
expected. It was. I mean, honestly, if you're Team Dardo, you'd never wanted to match Roy Trigger in that last final chance qualifier, right? But it just showed what a gap between the two teams. I did not expect that at all.
Yeah, it's looking terrible for Roy, and for his sake, I'm hoping he doesn't bomb out like he did last cup.
Indeed, but yeah, ladies and gents, that's gonna be the results for this 2nd race. Get ourselves into the 3rd one. Yeah, it is going to be. It's kind of hard not to talk about that previous race. Actually, I guess I don't know what, like, it's just rough. I think it's one of those things where it's like they really need to show up now, because the rest of their run is not gonna be easier. I think it's gonna be harder and harder as we keep this going. There's no easy road here if you're a 3rd place team, for sure.
I can attest to that.
Of course, but like it's there's a lot. I mean, you have a chance to adjust, right? You still have a chance to train up, but if you're not gonna change anything, this is
Yep.
gonna be brutal for Roy Trigger, right?
Yeah, it's looking terrible.
Yeah, so let's get ourselves a third race here, Rammer, our third seed, and our champion who has returned from the Tengu Cup March, right? This is the first time,
Yeah.
it's the second cup, but it is a champion of his own, not exactly defending one since he did not show up in the previous cup, but once again back, and I think people are probably noticing, it's a very pink looking Umamusume.
It's her.
Yes, we get ourselves into the next one here, ladies and gents. Yeah, we shall discuss about. I mean, no, let's show the teams. There you go. That's what I was trying to say. Let us show the teams here for the third race here. The champion of the Tengu Cup March here, and from the Philippines, Rammer will be walking into the stage with his team. What a change indeed here for this team, Rammer. It is the Haru Urara, Gold City, and Silent Suzuka. Wow, that is one hell of a team, isn't it?
It is, and I'm excited to see it in action.
I mean, it's going to be crazy. I think. I mean, what else can you really say? It's Haru Urara.
Yeah,
In turf. I mean, of course, we've seen Tunic, Tunic with the Harura a few times, but didn't really show up. But this time, she's fully built for this. And it's a UG Harura coming up.
That's something you don't see every day.
Coming up on turf with a turf, by the way, a turf. So this is a real Harura in this cup. Running against some pretty scary monsters, but who knows, maybe she will be the monster that people will fear here for this team. But yeah, what a lineup, right? We have Gold City. I think, I'm not sure if we've seen a Gold City before. I think we have. I don't remember which team it was from, but oh no, I think it was from Roy Trigger from the very first cup, I assume.
Yeah.
And of course, we have the Silent Suzuka, not a runaway this time. It's a front runner Silent Suzuka, so that's gonna be very interesting. I will say, right?
Yeah, every other Silent Suzuka is a runaway, so very interesting.
Yeah, very interesting indeed. But I'm very excited for this team. I feel like if there's a team to cheer for, everyone likes Haru Urara, right? So
that smile is impossible not to cheer for.
Indeed. But speaking of, let us get ourselves into the next team from the United States. It is Random Name.
Sir.
We've seen our favorite daughter. Now we see our favorite little sister, Rai Shower here as not a real correction that she's a pace chaser, but Rai Shower coming up into the stage here in a mile race of all places. It's gonna be one hell of a journey here for Random Name. I think competition's stiff, competition is stiff. We've seen But if your Umamusumes are not built for this, it's a lot to deal with.
Mm-hmm. I'm certainly not sure what to expect here. I mean, we've got some interesting choices here. So I'm just excited to see how it plays out.
Same, same. I mean, this is how do you say it? This is a very odd team. I would say. I think Rice Shower in a
Very
Mile Cup.
unorthodox.
It's not common for sure.
Yeah. It's strange.
I would say strange, just unusual.
Yeah, though I'm not complaining. I like to see some variety and some interesting picks.
Indeed. And of course, random name, 7th seed of this cup, but they get 6th place in the previous playoffs of the Tengu Cup, so had a pretty good showing and looking to show up once again with the Shy Shower. I'm not sure how well they will do. We're up against Crazy Dave though, so maybe there's a chance to win. But Crazy Dave did show up pretty solidly in the last rounds in the qualifier stage, right?
Yeah, I believe in Crazy Dave. He's got a chance.
Yeah, speaking of Crazy Dave, let us go ahead and showcase the Philippine representative coming out of the qualifier stage as now back in this main stage. Here we go, Team Crazy Dave from the Philippines. Is not an error. That is not uh I guess no one expected this, but ladies and gentlemen, Crazy Dave with a massive substitute coming in, Crass Wonder occupying the ace position now for this Philippine team.
Very unexpected.
I mean,
Nice.
it's crazy. I mean, let's just talk about it. This roster move. No, I think it's been a coming. I think for the people who've been watching Crazy Dave's team. Special Week hasn't been performing well, right? I think Special Week, even in that last chance qualifier stage, did not have a good showing at all. And in a Mile Cup, of course, right? It's a different scenario, but even in the playoffs of the Tengu Cup previously, she struggled a lot. And making the decision here might not be, I think, what people expected, but certainly a decision that hopefully to pay off here. Grass Wonder, who participated in Crazy Dave's team in the previous Tengu Cup, had a pretty solid showing. But here we are, once again, 3-star, compared to last time. And wow, I mean, what else is to say? I mean, this Crazy Dave team, is something else, right? So let's talk about it. Let's talk about their last chance, their qualifier results first, actually.
I mean, I'm just still like, it's wild that the Special Week stuff happened. She feels like she's been the face of every Crazy Dave team.
That is true, and it's been for a good reason. Like Crazy Dave's team has been synonymous with a Special Week because she has been the one to put the results in this team. No one has been so exciting compared to this Special. I mean, I guess the Ogre Cap of Tunic last time was pretty exciting, but no one showed up big compared to this Special Week who has been carrying this team for so long now. And this time it's a change of guard here. It is the El Conderpasa. I think Vodka was the one who has been performing well, I believe. I'm not I think I have to check my statistics, but yeah, it has been the two of these guys who have been putting the numbers here for this Crazy Dave roster, especially when they all went up against Horion twice, right? To get themselves a third place spot. It hasn't been the most successful, but now Grass Wonder walking up here with a really high rating, really been preparing to, be in this position, ready and just kind of willing to put everything on the line in this one.
Absolutely. I'm not quite sure what to expect from this Grass Wonder, a newcomer here in this team for this cup at least, and it's a very big shakeup, so it feels like all my predictions have been thrown off because I'm just not sure.
Yeah, and especially when you're removing your own captain, that's not common at all, right?
Yeah, that is. Feels like if I would remove my opera, that's just crazy.
It is, but yeah, with that said, ladies and gents, we will get ourselves into the third race of this cup between Rammer, Random Name, and Crazy Dave, but expect a lot. I won't say expect a lot, but expect the unexpected as we get ourselves trickling down the paddocks here. It is, of course, Haruura, the ace here. I mean, it's just a crazy race overall. I feel like the three aces have a story to tell, right?
Certainly.
I am very fascinated to see how this race will go, especially for Crazy Dave with this substitution. Could change their favor. I don't think people really expected much from them. In general, I would say, as they could get into this, due to just how they performed. I mean, sure, they went up against Horion twice, and we saw Horion taking a big victory earlier, right?
Mm-hmm.
Here you go. Number 3 favorite, number 2 favorite, and there's the Haruura number 1 with such, look at that, a triple double circle.
That's crazy.
Let's get ourselves in the third race here. 2 Philippine teams and 1 team from the United States, and that's brutal. You hear the rice shower. That is not what you want to see it start here, but yeah, first the goal is this Silent Suzuka from Random Name. Then it is Silent Suzuka here for Rammer. Coming up, then is the El Condor Pass in third place, then Rice Shower, then Gold City, then the Vodka for Crazy Dave, then Grass Wonder and Haruura, and the Hishi Amazon in the very last here. As we enter ourselves into the mid-race, a lot of skills being procced so far as we hit the first corner of this race, and Grass Wonder struggling here to get positioning. That might be really worrying as here comes the Haruura. Oops. Shot, but yeah, that is the unique proc coming through here from the Haruura. Gives herself a lot more energy as she goes for this last push here. Can they make the breakthrough here at the very end? Grass Wonder is surely ready to do so. And there it is, there's a will, there is a way as she tries to make the difference now, already on 4th place. But who is at first? It's El Condor Pasa, but Grass Wonder looking to be the one to challenge, looking to be the one to represent, and Grass Wonder smites it down. Haruura gives such a strong chase in the end, but too little, too late. Second place for Rammer, but Crazy Dave with the Grass Wonder.
That substitution is paying off big time already.
Indeed, and what a win for Crazy Dave here. Let's get ourselves into the rest of the discussions here. For 9th place to Silent Suzuka, 8th place to the Rice Shower here, Random Name, 7th place to the frontrunner, the runaway Rice Shower here of Random Name. And 6th place goes to Hishi Amazon, which will be the 3rd place finish for them. 5th place goes to Gold City. 4th place goes to Vodka for Crazy Dave. 3rd place goes to El Condor Pasa, who had such a strong showing as well. She occupied that 1st place very well. 2nd goes to Haruura, and 1st place goes to the new captain of this team. It is Grass Wonder.
That was That was exciting. The substitution shows up first race, shows up, steals the race. It's paying off already.
Such a magnificent showing here for the Grass Wonder, and it looked so scary too, because she was at the back for most of that. I mean, of course, the late searcher, but she was at 8th place the whole time in that mid race, and it looked like she was not gonna be able to get that last spurt going, but no, it was just enough to break through in the middle of the pack and just pierce the sky, right?
That was very exciting to see, very exciting to watch.
And we get ourselves in such a fascinating predicament. Two qualifier teams taking very strong finishes now.
Oh man, this has been a very exciting day so far.
It has been, and I think, of course, for Random Name, it was a struggle, right? It was a struggle. I don't think any of their members really had much of a good shot. I mean, the Silent Suzuka, it kind of did its job, right? The runaway, you just, you occupy that first position really, really strong, but you're not really the one to take the victory if you're running this runaway. You're more of a support, but I mean, what's there to support if no one else can really keep up from your team, right?
Yeah, not sure if it's part of that late start, but it was just unfortunate.
Yeah, with that out of the way, ladies and gentlemen, congratulations to Crazy Dave for taking a massive win with the Grass Wonder to move on into our 4th and final race of the day.
Oh man, I'm sure it's going to be another banger.
Indeed, so we get ourselves, it is Blue, Torrent, and Veliona now on the stage. And what can we say about these three teams?
Well, I mean, Veliona had making it through to the upper side. They had a nice showing throughout the through the qualifiers there, so might be expecting some nice things from them. Torrent, I'm not too sure what to expect here myself. Need to go through their team once more. And Blue, as the former Tengu Cup champion of this last one, I am not sure what to expect, because in different format, completely different team. I'm wondering if they'll be able to get the stranglehold on this cup like they did last time.
Yeah, but with that out of the way, first, ladies and gentlemen, let us introduce the team, the defending champions of the Tengu Cup here, Team Blue from the United States. And here we have our number 1 seed of the cup again, Blue, Team Blue, who, well, yeah, very, very, I think similar composition here from kind of Crazy Dave, but this time has both Special Week and Grass Wonder, but it's a new look for Blue, right? This is a team that new formation, new appearance here. Of course, Blue has only attended one other Tengu Cup. It's the one he won, but this is kind of, I think it's kind of scary for Blue coming up here as the defending champion. It's a lot of pressure for the new members, right?
I'm not too sure what to expect from this team. I mean, I only know of their domination in the Medium Cup, so excited to see how this goes.
I do have a pretty solid amount of expectation for them. I mean, of course, this is the defending champion. I just feel like you have a lot to show. You kind of, I mean, of course, your goal at this point is to just like defend defend your seat at the peak. And for this team, hopefully, going to show up as well with the double late surger and a runaway. It's a very standard strategy, right? Where you have your runaway rabbit support blocking any of those front runners and eclipse position Umas. And then you have the double late surger who look, of course, hoping for good positions here to kind of push through in the end, right?
Yeah, I think there's a decent chance of blue taking it here. A lot of the runaways have not been delivering. I don't really think. Maybe
that's true. I think the problem with the runaways is that there's so many runaways, but there's no one to block. There's no front runners here that are really the massive threat. Like, you don't have your chocolate bourbons. I mean, we had the chocolate bourbon, but we're unfortunately eliminated in the lower bound, right? But
yeah. So
yeah, coming up here is, of course, another team from the United States, our 4th seed of the cup and our 3rd place finisher from the previous playoffs. It is Torrent. So yeah, give it up, Torrent here from the United States.
Torrent, USA.
The 4th, yeah. I'm very sorry, but yeah, give it up to Torrent, the team here from the United States. I think if there's one cup for Torrent to show up, it is definitely this mile cup, because Taiki Shuttle is a miler who has been running it around in our medium turf so far, right? But this time,
yeah,
coming up here after a 3rd place finish, didn't really have much of a showing in that grand finals. Of course, the Christmas Ogre Derby was a bit too much to handle for this team, the King Halo, right? But this time with a new representative here, Mejiro Palmer, this time as the ace of the team, representing here as the 4th seed of Team Torrent. And what a team, right? What a team. Double pace chaser with a front runner, I mean a runaway. That's a very unique setup, I would say, for Torrent.
Yeah, I'm not sure what to expect from it, honestly.
I mean, of course, one thing to say, Lucky Shuttle been the not the ace of this team, but has been the ace of Torrent for so long now. And she did have a good Tengu Cup last time, but she did have a good showing in March, and now in her home turf, this could be like the cup for Torrent. This could be the cup where Torrent puts his feet on the ground and really pushes the limit of the Taiki Shuttle, as well as the Major Palmer run away as the ace. It's a risky decision, but
I'm actually expecting something pretty good from this. This is what Torrent has been waiting for, I feel, so hopefully we'll deliver.
Indeed. So, ladies and gents, so we have one more team to go through, our last team from the qualifier, and of course, the last team from the Philippines. It is Team Valiona walking into the stage. We have Team Valiona here, such a group of misfits, right? Like, It's such an, I mean, it's a very fascinating kind of team. We have Major Dober, we have Gold Ship, we have Saiyan Sky coming up here. Of course, correction, Gold Ship, of course, a end closer. But yeah, this team, very, very interesting. We have two captains from two generations of this Valiona squad, and we have Saiyan Sky, who's been here for since March. You know, this is the first iteration, and it's been an interesting journey for them, right?
Yeah, it has been, and I mean, I've been very much rooting for them a lot because the races they go through and the stories they've been going through, I've been very invested in personally.
Yeah, and of course, again, as I mentioned earlier, the last team from the qualifier stage to walk into the to enter and introduce themselves into this big stage, Valiona. One thing to say, they made it to playoffs last time. Do you think they can make it again this time?
I do think so. I have faith because, they got here so far, and I think they have a solid chance. Even if the competition is really tough, I won't count them out.
I agree, and we have seen, an unexpected competition take over already. It's right, big appearances, and there's been upsets. There's been an upset earlier. I think the Dardo taking down Roy Trigger. I think that's an upset too, honestly.
I would say so, yeah.
Coming up here, Valiona looking to topple the biggest titan of this cup, Blue. And I'll see if they have what it takes, but it is a rough one. And so same with Torrent. I think Torrent looking really scary now in this cup, right?
Yeah. It's scary. We've got some beasts in this cup, man.
But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, we shall get ourselves into the next cup, the next race here. Final one of the day. It is match between Blue, Torrent, and Valiona here. Two teams from the United States, one from the Philippines, and the underdog, of course, representative. And a lot is on the line here for Blue. I think a lot is on the line for Torrent as well, where
Yeah.
But yeah, it is a lot to showcase here, where defending champions is such a hard title to defend. There's a reason why champions don't get to really represent themselves over and over. And Torrent, it's a fascinating scenario, right? Where you have, you have such strong Umas built for this cup. And it's now your time to shine here. Of course, you have this Simply Rudolph, which is an oddity, but we've seen this before. I think from the previous team of what's this? I forgot. Oh my gosh, Roy Trigger. Yeah, Roy Trigger's team. But yeah, let's ignore that now. Let's look at the runaway here. Coming up here, Silent Suzuka in first place. Then, oh my gosh, look at the contest now from Metro Palmer. Really fighting for that first place position here. Not really winning it out though. Saiyan Sky at the back. Then it is the Taiki Shuttle here from Torrent in fourth place. Actually being passed now by the Silly Rudolph, the two teammates here of Torrent. Then the Grass Wonder here from Blue at the very back, as here comes the Unique here from... What is this Unique? It's the Pig pushing ahead. Is this... Is this Fall Guys? Why is Major Mario playing Fall Guys? Very strange decision, but now coming up here, the Silent Suzuka still in first place here from the side of Blue. I've never seen this in a bit, but here comes, when there's a will, there's a way here from the captain of Blue here, coming up here at fourth place. Now on third, at the back is the Taiki Shuttle looking to chase down the Silent Suzuka. Can she make the breakthrough? At the back as well is Gold Ship here from Valiona. Gold Ship looking to challenge as well with the Grass Wonder, but is it going to be enough? Taiki Shuttle as well as the Silent Suzuka and Valiona snipes away the second place, I believe.
Oh my god!
Gold Ship with the win. What an insane result! But we have to wait ourselves, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see the results first. 9th place, the Metro Palmer unfortunately did not get the first place position as the runaway. So he really struggled there in the end. Saint Sky as well, the front runner, could not keep up. 8th place here. 7th place goes to Captain Dober. Unfortunate. 6th place goes to Special Week. 5th place goes to Simile Rudolph. 4th place goes to Grass Wonder. 3rd place goes to Silence Suzuka.
It's crazy.
And that is going to be a 3rd place finish for Blue. What?
Holy! I knew they weren't feeling as confident about their Umas, but
that's an insane result here. And 2nd place to the gold ship.
That was a crazy snipe from the gold ship.
Yeah, from the back, it looked so close, right? This runaway keeping such strong possession of that first place with the Taiki shuttle, and it seemed like they were gonna be able to do it, but Gold Ship was gunning for it with the Grass Wonder. But the Gold Ship was, what an insane 2nd place. Of course, Torrent with the Taiki shuttle really fought so hard to make it to this first place finish. And what a win! What a win for Torrent, right?
That was insane.
What? Yeah, it's that was insane. That was so competitive from these 3 teams across the board. But wow, we are ending this result with 1st place to Torrent, 2nd place to Veliona, and a 3rd place to Blue. I believe that's his first ever 3rd place. Wow, that's an insane result. That's an insane result. And
absolute cinema.
And we get ourselves, our conclusion here for this race, and what a way to do it, right? What a way to do it.
Absolutely.
It was so impressive.
What a banger of a day. Holy.
And okay, ladies and gentlemen, so we see here the teams that qualified from the qualifier stage showing up in such a big way. I mean, I'm pretty sure we should have shown this earlier, first, but we're showing it now because, oh my gosh, let's just talk about the results. Let's just talk about the 5 teams that showed up today. We have Horion won his match. Veliona 2nd place against Blue. We have Crazy Dave won his match. Of course, not the Special Week anymore, but still, with the torch being passed to the Grass Wonder, it's insane. We have Dardo 2nd place, and of course, unfortunately, Roy Trigger with the 3rd place. The only one here who lost to Dardo, but the 4 Southeast Asian teams from the qualifier stage absolutely shaking up the bracket. This is the most insane insane set of results I've ever seen in my life.
That was crazy. I don't know what to say, man. That's just like these people from qualifiers, not to be underestimated just because they didn't start here.
Indeed, and ladies and gents, we are going to, of course, tally up the results here. Let me just input all of the data we've gathered for today's race, and I mean, wow, man, like, it's crazy. Both champions taking losses, but Rammer taking a loss, I mean, it's understandable. We have, Crazy Dave's new substitute, but oh my gosh, Blue's team must be a pretty shaky result that there's a lot unpack. There's a lot to unpack in this scenario.
This Tengu Cup so far has been crazy. I don't know what else to say. That was just, oh my goodness,
And
some great.
but like we had so many good races that I think every race was very, it had a story. Every race was very impressive, right?
Yeah, very impressive. The people who qualified, they put up crazy fights. Even though it was like, even if they didn't start up here, I figured it would still be a hard fought time. But 4 out of the 5 that qualified put up crazy numbers.
Indeed,
I,
and
I
oh my gosh, what a day! What a day! I am so excited for tomorrow, as we, we will be concluding the Tengu Cup for today. But oh my gosh, tomorrow is going to be so exciting. I there's just so much that, like,
it is
you don't we
exciting.
I don't know what the results are gonna be anymore. I am very, like down,
Mm.
like what can I say? It's just like, wow, like let's
What
actually
can you
get
even expect
ourselves,
anymore?
let's actually look at the results here in the chat. Let's get a good look at the results here in this Tengu Cup. Here we go. Here's the current table as it stands. Apologies if it's a little. We're just doing this on the spot, but guys, you know how it is. You know how it is. But yeah, so here we go. Let me just fix that real quick. Guys, look at the results right now. Tied for first place, Crazy Dave, Horion, Tsukasa, and Torrent. That's so insane to me. That is so insane to me. And of
That
course,
is
not second place. I think that's should be updated to fifth place. Yeah, fifth place. Tied for fifth place here is Dardo, Mia, Rammer, and Veliona. Then tied for ninth place is Blue, Random Name, Rubugachu,
it's
and
been an
Roy
honor.
Trigger. It's been one hell of a result. I would say it's been
It has been holy. This is
just
crazy.
like, wow, what a day. I mean, I guess we can
My
talk about some of the
predictions, you caught
races. So
up on me.
we saw some heroics here, like crazy heroics coming out of some of
Absolutely.
these Umamusume. We had sorry, apologies for that. This is, here you go. So we
Yeah,
had
just like
Gold Ship, right, taking a win here for
bullshit.
Valiona. We had
That's
of course, great for Tsukasa. The Naruto Taishin, as well as the Naruto Brian, actually doing pretty solidly. Of course, for Horion, they expected, right? It is the Nishino Flower, but it was really competitive in that race as well, right? And for Crazy
certainly.
Dave, this Grass Wonder,
Yeah,
there's a lot to show in this one, and I'm very excited for the next day. I am so excited, but of course,
same.
for everyone who is um uh, curious about what to expect for the tomorrow, we will be, let me show actually what the next schedule will be. That this will be the result for tomorrow. Here it is: Mia, Rugu Gachu, Orion for the first race, Presukasa, Dardo. Wait, actually, hold on, this is no, this one's wrong,
Wait, no,
this one's a little, this one
I
I
can't go up
believe,
against
no,
Torion
this one.
twice.
Okay, apologies. Okay, I guess the graphic was not saved. So I will just say it from my notes here. It is Rugugachu, Valiona, and Dardo for the race one of tomorrow. Then it will be Presukasa, Mia, and Horion, which will be, I think, really competitive, right? Then of course it is Blue, Random Name, and Roy Trigger in the third race, and Rammer, Torrent, and Crazy Dave in that last race. I think that one's gonna be a slobber knocker.
It's rude. Oh
Actually,
man,
there might be a change here in the schedule due to the duplication, the rematch rules. But yeah, It's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be an insane day for sure.
Absolutely. This is going to be. This cup is shaping up to be just as exciting as the last one, if not maybe more.
Indeed, and I mean, it's so, I don't know. I mean, there's just like, wow, you know, you're just like, I'm just like amazed. I'm just amazed by what we're gonna get here.
Same. This is all my predictions got, most of them got thrown right out the window, and now I'm just not sure what to expect.
Same here, and I think it's well, I mean, well, I guess we'll save those thoughts for tomorrow. But yeah, ladies and gents, that's gonna be it for this day of Tengu Cup. We've had 4 amazing races today, and for tomorrow, I think we're gonna have even more. So, that's gonna be it. Yeah, this is I'm Tsukasa, ladies and gents, and of course we have our
And I'm
co-host
Ru.
here, and now we will be signing off. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully,
It's been
we
an
get to
honor
see
to
you
have you
again
here.
tomorrow.
I hope to see you then.
Goodbye, guys.
Bye bye.
かなり覚悟を決めている Everyday 終わりなき追い続けた夢にたどり着きずに流した Every night いつか見た空なくした言葉を探し求める 風が吹いてる退屈なんか切り裂けるスピードですくんだ足を動かしその先にある新しいステージへどこまでも続いていくファンなら突き進んでみようぜあの目の目でかなり覚悟を決めている Everyday 終わりなき追い続けた夢にたどり着けずに流した Everyday いつか見た空なくした言葉を探し求める切なに握る手のひら広げてみたら何かをつかめ